as I make my way. The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Put your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
Oh yeah, what up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you, bringing you fantasy news today. Here with the man, the myth, the legend, the 5-time champ, Bogard Scott.
Hey, vapors give me money.
Yeah, and I'm about to pack up this bowl right now.
Yeah. Feel pretty good. We gotta, I know there's not a lot of news today, but there is some things I want to talk about. Like there is some injuries that we got to update on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and why don't we first just talk? And what up, Ronald? What's going on, bro? And why don't we first talk about just that game that we all saw yesterday? And I wasn't expecting the Rams to just, bulldoze them like that. It was like Cliff Kingsbury had no idea what the hell their defense was doing. They were just hitting them from every which way.
You know what? It was happening like that even before Buddha got injured.
Yeah, because that was like third quarter or something. It was already second half.
It was just like a shellacking. And we kind of called it. Like I thought Kyler would put up a fight, which was decent for fantasy purposes. And my actions speak louder than words. I had him in like every one of my super draft pro lineups. You know what I mean? I had him and Stafford.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a higher scoring game. And then I was still hopeful for it because I was like, oh, we're going to get a bunch of garbage time here.
Yeah.
It didn't work out either. You know what I mean? But I did have the Rams, smacking them up good and plenty. So I feel good about calling that. You know what I mean?
The way that the Rams are looking right now, they're definitely one of the best defenses in the league. At least the way that they're scheming. They're getting guys to the quarterback like every play.
Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. 8 teams left right now.
Yep.
Where do you think the Rams defense is? I'd
say they're better than the Niners. I'd say they're better than the Bengals.
Right.
I'd say they're better than the Chiefs.
Okay. I think they're better. I think personnel wise, they're better than Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we just said the Chiefs. Who else is left? I think
it's crazy because I think they might be the best. Like, yeah, the Bucks are legit. I think the Bucks are up there.
But the Bucks secondary is a glaring hole.
Carlton Davis is out there playing, but yeah, when you're missing other guys, like when you're not at full strength, it definitely makes.
Carlton Davis is like he's He's a product of that front being good.
Yeah, which a lot of cornerbacks would be if they were playing in that system.
For sure, but it's not like you could see. This is why I think you might be right about the Rams having the best defense right now on paper because look, you have shut down corners on both sides.
Yeah. Your safeties are way above average. Aaron Donald, he makes everything on that line get to top tier just by himself.
Mm-hmm. And maybe as far as coached, maybe they're not. Maybe I like Raheem Morris, but maybe he's not the best coordinator out there. Tennessee's very well coached on defense. So is Buffalo, and Buffalo still has the best tandem of safeties. You know what I mean?
Hands down.
But
it might be close. It might be close to Jesse Bates and Von Bell, but I think Buffalo still got the nod though.
Yeah, I'd still give it to Buffalo. You know what I mean?
And the Packers, the Packers are really legit. Especially now with Jair Alexander coming back. They're definitely in the upper half of these 8 teams for sure. We're really splitting hairs with some of them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because it's a scary team, man. They get a lead, then they could play the defense they want to play, just tee off, on opposing QBs. Yeah. I mean, like, look at this. Just, we're probably going to talk about it all week, but Tom Brady's offensive line, you know what I mean? Worst is worse for wear, pun intended, right?
Yeah.
The motherfucker got, he's in a walking boot, some shit. They're talking about it's a high ankle sprain. More than likely, the motherfucker's still going to get up for this game, right? But still, though, do you want like a 70% guy protecting Brady with this type of pass rush?
I mean, shit. I mean, there's so much of a level of difference of talent between these first string linemen and second string linemen, though. Like even 75% of some of these guys still might be, leaps and bounds better than a backup on their squad.
I like the Rams to beat the Bucks.
They totally can. I mean, they match up well with them.
They did already.
Yeah.
This year. And that was when they were full strength. Gronk, they actually hurt Gronk that game. It was the game that Gronk got hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Chris Godwin was still healthy. They smacked them up. You look at that's a game too that wasn't back and forth like the Cowboys-Bucks game from week 1. This one was shellacking, and then Brady got a ton of garbage time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole fourth quarter was just him. Like, anyways, to make a long story longer, you know what I'm saying? It's the one thing that here's the caveat right here. Here's the one caveat is that the fact that they did beat Brady earlier in the year.
Oh yeah, because that's a chip on their shoulder already.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a chip on Brady's shoulder too, knowing that they got their ass whooped.
He's sitting there even eating avocado ice cream and shit, and he's just like, "Fuck that shit." You know what I mean? Remember last year when the Chiefs whooped them up in the regular season? Remember Tyreek Hill? This is 2020, I should say. I keep forgetting last year is already not. This is 2 years ago.
Last season.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. Last season, the motherfucker Tyreek Hill had like 200 plus yards. It was that Buccaneers game.
Yeah.
Back them up. Then they get in the playoffs, and Brady's like, "Remember me?" You know what I mean? Like that's just how he does. That's how he rocks. So
it was that line. I mean, we know what it was. Their whole offensive line was out.
What up, Bogard?
What up, young noble?
Yeah. Just had to come in and say what up.
I love it, man. That's the little man, B.
And Chase, what up? Chase said, "What does AZ need to do this offseason?" Feel like you could get a real legit offensive coordinator and just take it away from Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, I think they should get rid of it. They should just get rid of that whole regime. I don't like Vance Joseph either. Vance Joseph, to me, first of all, he's a product of Mike Zimmer. So, like, if you don't have the personnel up front to be aggressive with rushing the QB, because that's what their defensive scheme is all day pressuring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you see what happens when you lose J.J. Watt, and when you know what I'm saying, and Chandler Jones is hurt or out with COVID. It just, you know what I mean? Like it.
And DeAndre Hopkins going down. I mean, I know that, he's leaps and bounds better than any other playmaker that they got on the squad, but him going down shouldn't make their team like completely go to shit.
See, that's what I was going to get to. Like a good coach is going to be able to work the personnel they got due to whatever the circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, listen, bro, you can't tell me that they had any type of game plan that was going to work.
No.
You know what I mean? Like what? I don't know, man.
Play calling was horrible.
Even the pick six, run the ball a little bit out of the end zone or out you know what I mean? Get up out of there. Where were they on the 2-yard line? Get a little more space first. He goes straight for it. Throws the pick six.
Yeah.
That's a bad call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They lost the game right there already. That was early in the game. Now you're down 2 possessions. And listen, I don't know. And we've been saying this forever, since even one of the first conversations I ever had with you, like off record. We were just talking candidly, and we were talking about Arizona, and I was like, what trips me out is the fucking play calling.
And I've been on I went on one of my buddies' podcasts last year, and they mostly covered just like Arizona football and stuff. And they asked me what I thought was good and bad about the Cardinals. And even last year, I was just on the play calling because even the way that they were using Drake last year, it was dumb. and everything was all jacked up, and everything carried over to this year. And yeah, Kingsbury's not the dude.
Fuck no. You
And
know
Ron,
what's funny? Cliff Kingsbury came in the game when the NFL was going stupid mode, like hiring guys like Cliff Kingsbury or Freddie Kitchens, or you know what I mean? Like these guys they can't cut it. And like just like a Freddie Kitchens, you only let that thing go for so long and you get rid of him before you fuck up the young talent. You know what I mean?
Can't waste Kyler Murray. I mean, shit, he's got what, 2 more years on his rookie contract?
Next year is already when you have to start talking about giving him a bag.
Yeah.
Because he can hold out, or they'll be like, oh, we're going to pick up your 5th-year option. He'd be like, fuck that. I want an extension now. You know what I mean? And like, if you're not winning, imagine another season of not winning, right? Yo, people's going to get sour, bro. This is still a guy that in the back pocket, he could always be like, man, fuck y'all. I'm going to go play baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and he looks like a motherfucker that don't be looking like he want to play football sometimes. You know what I mean?
And it's probably because of Cliff Kingsbury and the game plan that he's drawing up for the week. And Ronald said, I had zero faith in Arizona in that game. It was just like the Eagles-Bucks. Talented running QB, first playoff game, jitters against a good D. Yeah, I mean, their D's not just good. I mean, that D's ferocious. And Ronald said they're the best personnel-wise, but other teams seem to use what they have better than they do. Yeah, that's for sure. And Ronald said, yo, I got 49ers taking out Green Bay next week.
I like that. I like your version.
They could. They match up well.
Let's go back to it real quick. Arizona, they do got great personnel. And their GM, for the most part, he been making good moves. Trading away David Johnson with that contract and bringing over DeAndre Hopkins, phenomenal. You know what I mean? Maybe they made a boo-boo, drafting Josh Rosen, but then they go ahead and they fix that real quick because Josh Rosen helps them get a first pick overall, ironically, right?
Yeah.
And then they
how's that even happen? Jeez.
Yeah.
That was Miami?
Yeah.
Or who was it? Yeah.
No. Well, Josh Rosen, they were just so asked that his rookie year that they had the first pick.
Oh, yeah. They had the first overall pick.
Yeah. And then they traded Rosen away for like a second round, which is, whatever. You know what I mean? They're just like, fuck it. And because considering that they had to trade up to like the 10 spot in the 2018, or what was it? The 2018 draft. So here's the 2019 draft. First overall, they draft Kyler Murray, and they bring in Cliff Kingsbury, who came from an air raid system. The air raid system made famous by Mike Martz. It had its thumbprint all over college. For the better part of the last 2 decades. Cliff Kingsbury was one of them coaches. How come you get to the NFL and now you don't want to do air raid shit? Meanwhile, you had teams like the Chiefs, right? Andy Reid, who had drafted Patrick Mahomes, and he played in the air raid system. So they implicated stuff like that, 4 wide receiver sets, spread offense. They were doing shit that he was comfortable with and implicating it. That's good coaching. You know what I mean? That's good coaching.
Exact opposite of what Kingsbury.
Exactly. Cliff Kingsbury, listen, man, you sucked as a quarterback. You suck as a coach.
Yeah, what team did he play for? I know, didn't they bring it up recently? Who was the backup for someone?
Wasn't he backup to Brady?
Oh yeah, that might have been it.
Yeah, hold the clipboard, motherfucker.
Let me see. Let me go see if I can look up his actual career. Maybe it's got to be on Wikipedia somewhere. Yeah, 2003, he's the backup to Brady. 2004, backup to whoever the Saints QB was. 2005, backup on the Broncos.
Yeah,
and he got traded to, and got released or traded to the Jets, and I'm sure he's the backup there.
See, listen.
And then he goes and starts playing in Canada after
you
that.
Got it right.
Only 3 seasons before he was gone out of the league.
Listen, you got it right. He needs to back up off Arizona, bruh. Back up, bruh. Back up the dump truck. Bro, that guy, he's not the guy.
What up, Hess?
What up, Hess? Hey, look, he's not even the guy that knows the guy. You know what I mean?
And Ronald said, I got this apple fritter shit that tastes delish. I like it. I like it. Antonio said, Bucks over Rams, not even close. That's going to be a good one. That's I mean, the Sunday games are the ones that I'm really excited to watch.
I mean, do they got a run game? It's for like I don't think if you tell me okay they're going in there with just Keyshawn Vaughn and like Gio Bernard, like I mean I get it. Keyshawn. I just listen, man. The Heat down hella weapons. Like they need Scotty Miller for real. Like this is shit that you know what I mean. Like then you look at the Rams, star-studded. You know what I mean?
All over the place.
You know, this is written nice for a story for like Stafford because he got to go through. This is not going to be easy for him. I know it's not him versus Brady, but it's him versus Brady. He got to beat Brady. Like he got to beat Brady. This Matthew Stafford's a guy who's never in the conversation with names like this. You know what I mean?
And both guys are going to be under an insane amount of pressure because the Bucks are going to be bringing the heat on him all game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And David shouted out first, Cam Akers is back and looking real good. Way better than I thought that he was ever going to be looking.
You know, last year on a Monday night, the Rams beat the Tom Brady Buccaneers. Y'all remember that? Cam Akers, he rushed in a touchdown. This was like the Cam Akers breakout game last year. He had a rushing touchdown on the Bucks, and he had a receiving one. You know what I mean? And for what it's worth, Jared Goff had like the best game of the year of his season because he had a shitty season last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was crazy, man. Like Sean McVay, this is why I do respect Sean McVay. It's like he is a product of Shanahan, but he also took from so many others as well.
He's smart. I mean? He's smart as shit.
Yeah, because he's been around like since he's been like 24, like 23, 24 years old. He's always been around someone who was heralded.
Yeah.
Offensively.
Yeah.
You know? And like that's why, at the age of like 32 or whatever it was, he's been in that conversation. What is he now? Like 35? 36?
He's either 35 or 36. I'm pretty sure we're the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boy wonder.
Yeah. Been around this shit forever.
Mm-hmm. And Todd Bowles, the corpse looking man he is, you know what I'm saying? He might feel like he's been seen it all, but like, you know what I mean? They show same way Todd Bowles is going to show you exotic looks. So is
yeah. I'm 12 days older than Sean McVay.
Oh, so his birthday just passed. Okay.
No, it's about you, January 24th.
Oh, you're older. Yeah. Okay.
12 days older.
Nice.
Yeah. See, let's see. He was with the Bucks in 2008.
So he was with Chucky. He was with Chucky over there.
With the former Washington Redskins in 2010, and then 2010 through 2016.
Mm-hmm, because he was an assistant to Shanahan, and then when
that year, 2010.
Remember RG3? RG3 has the hell of a year. The next year he's hurt and he's complaining so much about the Shanahans that they boot them. They fire the Shanahans and they keep Sean McVay. He
goes from the offensive assistant to the tight ends coach for 3 years, 2011 through 2013, and then turns into the offensive coordinator in 2014. Like that's a crazy ass route.
And look at this. Look at Kirk Cousins' numbers every year there. Damn near 5,000-yard outings every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The tight end 8. You know what I mean? You had multiple WR1s and /WR2s for fantasy. Like Sean McVay's been doing this shit. You know what I mean? You know what's funny? I was really excited about Gerald Everett because that was Sean McVay's first pick with the Rams, right? That was his first pick because I was like, that's his Jordan Reed right there.
Yeah.
That's going to be his Jordan Reed. But then Higbee got in the mix and like, it was just, the rest is history. My point is, like coaches like Sean McVay, you see the evolution really fast. It happens really fast. Shanahan, it happens really fast. Matt LaFleur happens really fast. But then you have guys like Joe Brady who you think, oh, this guy might be on the rise. Nah, not so much. I mean, he was awesome. He really impressed me at what you could do with Joe Burrow in college. Then what you could do with Teddy B that year with Carolina. He was Teddy Roosevelt again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Throwing the rock all over the place. But then you get Sam Darnold, and for what it's worth, you impressed me again because you're winning the first 5 weeks with Sam Darnold, and then just all falls to shit. Like, some people just don't got it. Matt Nagy, he ain't got it. You know what I mean? Like these guys, they don't evolve, they devolve. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy. Like when Sean McVay took over, I mean, the Rams team was really good, but I mean, that's just how much Jeff Fisher sucked, career 8-8 coach. And then, I mean, because the turnaround was so quick, and it's not like they even got anybody new that I could.
You know what they did? No, this is what they did. They bring in Sean McVay, then they trade for Andrew. No. Did they trade for him, or did they bring him on free agency? They brought over Andrew Whitworth.
Oh,
boom! Yeah, that shit changed everything. Then they brought over Robert Woods. Then they right before week 1 of week 7 of 2017, they traded for Sammy Watkins. So he went in there and shook shit up immediately.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Sean McVay been doing that shit the whole time. Look at the next year, they didn't want to pick up his 5th-year option for Sammy, so they trade him to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
right? They bring over. Then they also trade for Marcus Peters. Then they trade for Brandon Cooks. You know what I'm saying? They were always trying to do shit, man. Oh yeah, and also not to mention drafting Cooper Kupp in 2017. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was huge. And I even remember I mean, I guess now I try not to get, so much on the hype of oh, his dad was a pro and his grandpa was a pro and stuff like that. But I just remember seeing Cooper Kupp in the first preseason game and hearing that, and then seeing him make 3 really good catches. I'm like, oh man, this guy's going to be
he was known for having the hands, B. Just these incredible hands. And he had to have incredible hands because it was Goffel throwing him the ball. And they literally had to move in together and build, rapport, because it was just you needed all the chemistry in the world. And what's funny, the moving in shit, that was McVay's idea. You know what? Cooper needs a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? And Jared Goff was married, bro.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not letting no another stranger grown ass man. Listen, bro, nah, I'm good.
Well, who would you more likely let in your house being a married man? Cooper Kupp or Antonio Brown?
I mean, I feel like Antonio Brown, if I got significant time alone with him, right, I could probably get him for every dollar he's got. Because that guy's a fucking idiot. I swear. So I'd say Antonio Brown.
That shit's fucking hilarious. Steezy, what up? Steezy A. Smith in the building. What up, bro?
Oh, yeah, Steezy's about to be joining us in these Dynasty joints, too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know 2 leagues are going to be starting in February. I know that much. All right, and let's see who else we got in here. And Ronald said, "Yeah, countdown until we find out Akers was doping because he's 100%. Yeah, that quick off the injury. I mean, come on, what the hell, man? I mean, off an Achilles that quick.
I mean, being young's a real thing.
Yeah, because what is he? He's 22?
It's not like he was Jamal Charles on his his 3rd ACL and he was 30 years old. You know what I mean? It's a real thing when you're younger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What is he, 22, 23?
Yeah, he dumbass young. I would buy him, and you know what's crazy? Is all these games are nationally televised, obviously, right? Everybody's just playoffs, everybody's watching. So we might have missed the window to buy low on Cam Akers in Dynasty right now. Just
oh yeah.
Because people are seeing it. When we didn't know about it, we should have been buying all the Cam Akers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when people are really panicking. I mean, but yeah, I guess you just never know. With the Achilles, I mean, because for basketball players, we're seeing them out a year. Football players, usually it's out the entire season, and then who knows when they come back. This is just insane to see what's happening. Yeah, and Steezy said, "Yeah, I'm hyped for. I'm super excited for real. The shit's gonna be fun. The draft's gonna go on forever, but you'll make more trades in this draft than probably any other draft you've been in because people get excited for all these trades."
Listen, I'm gonna be in hell of those trades.
Yeah, and we're gonna see like if Bogart starts doing the stew trades.
Nah, I did that in one. I actually did that in the nasty. I went crazy in the nasty league. Like I don't have any picks this year, like first, second, or third.
Oh man, you already got rid of all of them, huh?
I like my squad though.
Yeah, I've got so 4 of my squads made it to the championship out of 9.
This guy, he saw the Kit Kats that I had here whenever I get like munchies, right? And then I gave him one of them, and he's like, "I want the other 2." I'm like, "This guy, dude." I ran. You know what's crazy? Is I'm actually kind of proud there.
Yeah.
You got a Bogart. Get it all, son.
Hell yeah, Steezian said our playoff league in the wild card round was crazy too. Hell yeah, so I was in 13 of these because I was in every single league that I created, and I moved on in 7 and I lost in 6. And some of the teams I lost with were pretty good too.
Yeah, I got smacked in one of them. I'm only in 2. I got smacked in one, and then I eked by you, by like 10 points.
Man, it was something like that, but I already knew you were going to get it. We needed Stafford to completely get shut out.
Yeah, Stafford went crazy.
Yeah, he did. He did the damn thing. Yeah, and I got to look. I still got to go set all my waivers and everything for tonight or whatever. I mean, it's slim pickings out there.
Hey, but it's still pickings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if this is going like extendo, you know what I mean? You gotta have the intention to be like, I'm gonna be here the long way. Like I was already looking too. I'm like, there ain't nothing.
Yeah. And
like not even Jerick McKinnon is even out there in any of these motherfuckers.
No, he was drafted in all of them.
I'm saying.
And
what's up with that? Oh, we're not gonna get none of these injury news till tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. Wednesday is gonna be the big day that we're getting all that.
But you know what? I do want to speculate.
I'm looking at the other league real quick, and so I looks like I'm in 3rd place right now, but I lost Dak's bitch ass. I was hoping that they would get at least one, but I knew that one could have went either way.
Hey, if Jimmy don't practice tomorrow, right? What? Because he got a shoulder now. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me pull that up.
He got a shoulder now, bro. Like this is gonna be crazy. I really don't think Shanahan will be like, all right, we're gonna surprise him. Lance is a starter, but he is gonna be in some packages for sure.
Yeah, just a couple less plays that they have to get him out there getting hit, right?
Right.
Because what I'm looking for it right now, but what exactly is it? It's a shoulder.
Shoulder sprain.
Shoulder sprain. Okay.
That's just all bad in the cold, and it's finna be like -1. It's finna be like -1. They say the high is gonna be like 1 degree.
Yeah.
So that's the high. Is 1 degree.
Yeah, and usually it doesn't really hit the high.
Okay, this is one of those moments. I'll be real right here. Including my fandom. It's like we can beat this team because we run the ball and we run the ball well.
Yeah.
They aren't the old Green Bay team anymore that we used to run all over. You know what I mean? So then you couple that with the fact that our secondary is like is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like probably the worst, probably only like a smidge better than like Tennessee. Out of all the teams left in it. You know what I mean? We have one of the worst secondaries. But then also this Bosa injury, man.
Yeah, that's gonna Bosa and Warner. Gotta see what's happening with both of them.
Warner got a high ankle. Like I bet you he tried to play, but that's not gonna be great.
Yeah.
And it'd be fucked up if he's out there getting picked on. You know what I mean?
And Antonio said, "Oh shit, we got our own version of Stephen A. Smith on here, Steezy A. Smith."
Oh yeah, man. Hey, that's my. Hey, shout out to Steezy. That's my guy. Hey, Antonio, go subscribe to his channel too. That's bro. Dude is lit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of us. He's a good guy. You know, he's a friend of ours.
Kubu Gobble, one of us.
He's hey, forget about it.
Take your arm out.
Hey, don't sit on there, son.
All right, there we go. Now put it back in. Noble's all about the Ghostbusters, and he's got to have his proton pack ready to go.
Hell yeah. I mean, who are you going to call?
Yeah, he's out here hunting ghosts. And
aren't we all?
In one way or another, damn right. And Anthony said Bogard is next on my list. Oh shit! So we got round 2 matchup.
Okay.
And once you make it to round 3, you're already in the money. It's just highest score. That's whoever gets first, second, or third.
Look it. If Darrell Williams plays this week, it's a problem. I got AJ Dillon. Like, I got a squad right here, dog. I got Stafford. And then I got all the number 2s and 3s, like Gabe Davis. I got Pringle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was another reason you shit on me right there. Like Pringle just killing it.
I think you know what's funny? We were at the pizza parlor. We were at the Pizza Planet. Shout out to Toy Story, give me money. You know what I'm saying? And you were like, "You're on the clock," and I was like, "Give me Pringle." Or is that when I took Gabe Davis? Either way,
I can't remember.
I remember
your version's probably better.
Yeah, I drafted him in Disneyland.
Yeah, George Kittle screwed me. I don't even know why I drafted Chase Claypool.
I started Juju over James Washington against you. That would have just been overkill because James Washington actually got the tug.
Yeah.
I switched him out last minute too for Juju.
Damn. Yeah, let's see. Let's see where the matchups are this week. Damn it. Actually, I have no idea how to get into this. So I'll just post them in the group chats just so everyone is on it. So I have no idea where to put up right now.
Oh, like what? Just to let everybody know to do their waivers and shit.
Yeah. And Hess said Stephen A. Smith is not a friend of 420. You can take it and throw his ass now, Steezy. And you know what it is? I mean, who knows? Like maybe that's his whole facade or anything, but it's always just been about people not losing bags for smoking weed. That's really what it's always been about.
I mean, I can't stand that shit. At least they ain't tripping nowadays. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome.
like Josh Gordon, man. Like that shit. Like he actually might even get one now. You know what? I bet you Josh Gordon's smoking all day right now. He's like,
I mean, well, you still got to get tested. It's still under certain levels that you got to stay under. So, I mean, I have no idea what the
listen,
how many times.
This is a real horrible joke right here. I'm about to say, just to clear, just for a disclaimer, right? But like, he's been in and out of rehab for a long time. I'm pretty sure he knows how to avoid all that shit. You know what I mean? He's hiding a motherfucker coming through with some clean pee somehow, some way.
Yeah, especially with all the different contraptions and shit that they got now.
Yeah. They have a fucking fake cock that you can order. Has the pee in it, and there's a little switch on the ball sack, warms up the pee. They really got shit like that. No, I mean, it's not like a fake cock, but they got those little joints, the little belts and shit.
Yeah. But I mean, he's stayed consistent with this story because I mean, he even brought Snoop Dogg on there, to talk about it. And and Snoop Dogg was saying the same shit that Stephen A. Smith was saying, which I understand. I mean, shit, if this is like your only opportunity to get millions of dollars, which not a lot of people have opportunities to get millions of dollars, if you're throwing it away just for smoking weed, I understand that.
Hey, I know, right? Like, hey, bro, I always said, if there's a motherfucker, if there's a place and they just giving the money out, bro, let me know. Because that shit don't exist. You gotta get it. And if something as small as like smoking weed can fuck that up, then maybe there's something deeper here. Maybe the money's not important to Josh Gordon. Maybe that shit don't even bring him happiness. Maybe you know what I mean? Who knows? You know, mental health's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I just wanted to clarify. I was making a joke earlier about him because you know what I'm saying. That guy used to get loaded and play football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He found all kind of ways to bring. He would have like a little shot container, and he'd be in the huddle, just take a shot, and he'd have like 4 or 5 of them in the lining of his shit. You know what I mean? He's every time we're in the huddle, I'll take a shot. Some Henny, bro. Like, this is during the game, and he put up 1,400 yards that year.
He's savage. He's savage.
Here's another thing too. Stephen A. Smith. When I saw him on he was on Snoop's podcast. He used to do the GGN podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
It was. And I didn't know shit about Stephen A. Smith outsiders just watching him on TV. So to hear his story was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like he came up through radio through Philadelphia. And first of all, that's like a cutthroat ass market for media. I mean, like it's probably like, third to like New York and like Chicago and LA, shit like that. You know what I mean? But it's still a fairly big market to make it out there. And then to get on ESPN and, and obviously I'm probably skipping a bunch of the checkpoints along the way, but
having access to Iverson, being like Iverson's right. Like, just like LeBron James has his guy who writes all the stories. Like that's the only guy who is getting access to Iverson.
There's a guy that you could trust that's gonna say, see, and I bet you that's when he still valued his integrity. Because then he was like, you know what, bro? You know what really hits? When I start fucking gassing and shitting on these Cowboys. Like, that's what he exists for now, if you ask me.
I mean, that's his character at this point.
I'm saying.
Because I mean, the whole story behind it, I mean, supposedly it was some girl that dumped him or something, and she was a Cowboys fan, and they always used to beef about that shit or something. Like, I mean, that's like what I remember being the origin.
I like it. That's the origin story of it, because he's definitely a heel. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the origin story. It's the super villain origin story. the cowgirl broke his heart. And he vowed that he's gonna I'm gonna get on television where everybody can see me, and I'm gonna let them know how shitty the Cowboys are.
Every chance I get. Oh man, that shit's fucking hilarious. And what Antonio said, click scores, then clicks on the calendar and switch to week 20. Okay, just telling people how to do it. All right, let me see.
Oh, that's how we do it? Yeah, you gonna wake up your sister, bro? I feel bad. I feel bad because she just fell asleep in the high chair, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna wake her up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Then she woke herself up. Yeah, Tino, damn, arrive at the perfect timing. Here to bag on the Cowboys. Man, there's nothing more fun than bagging on the Cowboys, man.
Tino's a Cowboy fan. He's a Cowboy fan. He's my birthday twin. It's like, it's like, but he knows. He's a realist.
Well, it's because of all the fans. I mean, that's why. And Stu is one of the ones who I could point to, and watch him just show up here like at the random time too. Because whether they win or lose, it's always them Cowboys or whatever. But I haven't once heard said him yet. We're winning the Super Bowl next year, so I'm sure there's a lot of Cowboy fans who already said that. That's the annoying part.
Hey, listen, they better hope Mike McCarthy got some friends. Right? Because he got a Dan Quinn. He got a Dan Quinn coming off of being fired at Atlanta when no one's going to give him a chance.
Yeah.
So
now everyone's interviewing him and shit for head coach jobs.
And then he had Kellen Moore, who's probably still going to be there. Right? But
that's like Uncle Jerry's boy.
Yeah, that's his little future Gary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the story, it's almost like they tried to replicate it. It's two motherfuckers that were backup QBs, right? Yeah, because what was his name? Kellen Moore was the backup to Romo. He was like the third string.
Yeah.
And then he was like the third string for 1 year behind Dak, right? Because it was butt fumble. Remember, it was butt fumble. And then Kellen Moore, and then they made Kellen Moore the OC.
Yeah, because he didn't do anything before being the OC, right?
Nah, he was just the backup.
He's just the guy that Jerry could call on and be like, all right, call this play. Call this play because I said so. And Tino said Dak and Mike got some explaining to do after that game. It was bad. It was horrible.
Hey, Tino, I've been saying, bro, like, I'm a realist. I know my secondary is ass. I don't know why the game plan wasn't them to come out and shred us. Like, shred our secondary with Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Instead, their fucking game plan was throw it to Cedric, hey, Mr. Wilson. You know what I mean? Like, that was... I mean, yeah, Schultz got in the mix, and I don't know, man. No adjustments at all. Zero adjustments. And all the penalties. I will take it. I'll humbly take it because I know the road's probably coming to an end in Green Bay. For us.
Playing with house money at this point, though.
Exactly. Hey, man, if we win, I know it's going to be ugly as fuck, but we win ugly with handsome Jimmy. Let's go.
Oh, man. Ronald said Cowboys did exactly what I thought and said the Cowboys would do. They always choke in the playoffs. Always. I don't know, but I suspect it's Jerry Jones's fault somehow. No proof at all, but come on.
Hey, listen, bro.
I bet you he was in there like making calls to Kellen Moore.
Hey, listen, I'm on record for saying that it's not gonna be good till Jerry Jones dies.
Stu did make it in the building. He said, his name is Kellen Moore, bogey.
That's what I said. I said Kellen.
What'd you think he said, Stu? Kelly?
Hey, you know what?
I heard
it doesn't matter what his name is.
Hold on.
Hey,
Kellen Moore or whatever your name is. Look like an ugly hermaphrodite. Start going with the cut a rock promo on his ass.
I'm saying though, like, I think listen, I know this is another terrible thing, but Jerry Jones has got to die, man. You know what I mean? And he's rich enough that he's gonna have medicine and technology. He's gonna be alive for like another 150 years, man.
Oh yeah, because I mean he's just gonna start replacing parts. And Stu said Kellen has a great collection of plays. He just can't adjust to what there's on game day to save his life. Okay.
I mean, I just said that though. They can't make adjustments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because whatever game plan they had, I mean, they stuck with it. They stuck with it all the way until the end. And Hess said the penalties killed them all year. Ultimately, was their demise.
Yeah, poor clock management. I'd say poor clock management is something that would, like, Mike McCarthy had this problem with Green Bay too. Like, I don't know what's wrong with that guy. You know what I mean? You've been doing it long enough. He might be entering old and senile stage.
And Stu said, no, I came in late, and I was just saying Kellen's. That's why I didn't adjust. And, yep, just as pissed as Bogey is, happy about it.
Hey, don't worry, bro. It's probably all coming to an end for me. But, like we just said, playing with house money right now, you know what I mean?
Probably would have been worse if they would have lost to Green Bay again.
You know what, though? I swear to God, I didn't talk to one Cowboy fan that didn't think they was going to smack us up. They're just like, oh, you guys are done. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? Like,
I forget who was the Cowboy fan who said that he was taking the points on the 49ers, remember?
Yeah, because remember I was flashing on him? And he's like, no, I'm taking the Niners. I'm like, oh, okay, word. early in the week, I was going to put money on the Cowboys and even throw the Cowboys to cover that number. in one of my parlays, I just stayed all the way away from it. I was like, fuck it, I'm not fucking with that game.
Yeah, and Tino said Mitchell and Debo ended the Cowboys. Debo is just that dude, man. He's out there snatching chains. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do.
You know what's crazy is like if everybody can do everything, you know what I mean? It don't matter what formation we're in, personnel wise. Like if we're showing, like 21 personnel, 22 personnel, or 12 personnel, because you still have you're still gonna have a guy that can do everything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, we have 2 tight ends here, 12 personnel. Okay, still gotta watch the tight end. You know what I mean? Say we're gonna run out of 12 personnel. You know what I mean? Boom. You know what I'm saying? We got all everyone blocks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Shannon. I think our worst thing is if Jimmy can't execute, because he does have moments. He said that interception that he couldn't grip the ball. That's what he was saying in that interception. At least that's what he said in the post game, right? But like, if Jimmy's gonna make mistakes. You can't make mistakes against Green Bay because they're gonna score on every. Like, we need like fluky shit, lightweight, bruh. Like some extra shit to happen. Like, for example, like Green Bay, they're good in every phase minus special teams. You know what I mean? Maybe we get a run back that goes like to our red zone, or to at least to ours. But if we're able to flip the field, because their special teams is bad. Like they allow like one of the most yards on returns. You know what I mean? That's not good. So it's like and that's how bad it is for me that I'm looking to that. I'm like, okay, well maybe this is our way right here. You know what I mean? Because we're going up against Aaron fucking Rodgers in the tundra. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And everyone has vendetta, bruh. Everyone got vendetta. It's Shanahan versus LaFleur, which is student versus master. You know what I mean? And I bet you Shanahan's annoyed because theoretically, not even theoretically, numbers wise, what I'm saying, LaFleur has way more success than Shanahan as a head coach. and so, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess Shanahan has got to the Super Bowl, but still hasn't won one yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Tino said Bogey trying to work that reverse jinx for the Niners.
He knows me. Tino knows me.
And hell yeah, has Debo's on another level. And Stu said Kellen can go to Jacksonville and put the fire under McCarthy and make him call plays and get someone that can actually adjust to what's going on game days. I mean, Kellen Moore was handpicked by Jerry Jones. He doesn't call the shots.
McCarthy had Rodgers for years. Why does anyone think McCarthy's the problem? Like that was a bad hire.
Yeah. They just went a yes man. Want a yes man.
And that was another guy who got fired from his former gig and had to take a year off because ain't nobody wanted to talk to him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then they fire Garrett, and then he's the first in line, like, yo, what's up, Uncle Jerry? Yeah, hey, it's me, Mike. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Mike. Yeah, I'll send the jet. I'll send the teleport pad. I feel like I'm going to open up the wormhole. You just jump right through it, and I'm right here on my yacht.
Fucking Uncle Jerry, man.
We have all the latest technology. You heard of that, Wakanda?
And Ronald said Rodgers owns the Bears, but the Niners own Rodgers. Yeah, aren't they like?
Okay, I had that wrong yesterday. I was exaggerating. It's 0-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
man.
Rodgers
still a big number.
Niners. Rodgers played the Niners 3 times, and he's 0-3. One of them was the Kaepernick game where he just like, listen, bro, we were on a mission, bro. You know what I mean? And listen, that was a record-setting game. Has anyone beat Kaepernick's record yet? It's the most rushing yards, period, in a post season game. I think someone might have beat him. Was it?
No, I don't think so. Because remember, I did that trivia question.
Oh, that's right. And I had it right. Okay, so now check this out. Right? Then the next game, It was the next year again. It was again with Kaepernick, and we had to go into Green Bay. It was a wild card game, and it was like 15 degrees, 12 degrees, right? And we all came out sleeveless, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we badasses and shit. And I will say, Aaron Rodgers, this was his first game back from a broken collarbone because he missed most of that year. And I remember it was against Cincinnati. Cincinnati crushed his ass, broke his shit. And then so this is him coming back because the team was actually able to will their way into a fucking wild card spot, only for my Niners to smack them. You know what I mean?
And you know what it is? It's the most by a QB is what it is in a playoff game.
There you go.
Because Eric Dickerson has the most by anybody, and it's like 248.
Wow.
That was crazy. And man, nuts. It actually happened on my birthday in 2013.
Yeah.
181 yards.
That shit was lit.
Yeah. Yeah, and Anthony says, got to take out the leader this week. Shit. And I said, my bad, still trying to figure out the app. It's all good, bro. This app's a little annoying, but you'll be able to figure it out.
I know, man. Sleeper, man. Pick up the phone, Sleeper. We need this thing on Sleeper.
Yeah, by next year, this shit better be available. You already got all the players there.
Right?
There for Dynasty.
And then Yahoo's just so weird because it's like they just shut as soon as the last week of the regular season, they just shut down everything football. Even if you have a keeper league in there, you can't even like do anything.
Lame. And Stu said, nailed it, Huss. He's a yes man. Sure wish they would promote Quinn and fire Lazy Mike, but it won't happen. Or don't think it will, but who knows? Maybe old Jerry makes the man an offer he can't refuse.
You know why that doesn't happen? First of all, you don't even want that. He's good as a coordinator. Let's not act like Dan Quinn was the shit as a head coach. He got to a Super Bowl because of Shanahan. And then Shanahan single-handedly fucked that Super Bowl up too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then look at it. Life after Shanahan, Dan Quinn brought in Steve Sarkisian and then basically ran the same exact system because he wanted of the familiarity. You know what I mean? So he runs the same shit because they have the same play. They still had the playbook. So basically run the same shit and they get back to the playoffs. You know what I mean? That team actually beat the Sean McVay playoff debut because Sean McVay was one and done his first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was to the Dirty Birds.
Yeah. It was the second year, right? That they made it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So they got back to the divisional round the next year. But Shanahan was gone already, is my point.
Okay. And who else we got? David said leaders from week 19 may have lost some starters, though. Oh, yeah. And I don't even think Bogard's the leader. It's Devin.
Yeah, stop focusing on Bogard. I'm supposed to be quiet as kept and slaughtering.
Yeah, the guy who got the most is Devin. He scored over 150 points. It was ridiculous.
Hey, Steezy went crazy in the league I'm in with him. I think it's the League 8. He put up like $152.
Oh shit, son. Let me go see. Because 150, that's no slouch of a score.
Fuck no, that's a hell of a squad right there. Everybody did something. I bet you he's a Josh Allen team or something like that too.
And Steezy was 150. And he was talking shit about getting the 12th pick. Looks like he did something right with it.
And I like having the immediate pow. You know what I mean? I like quick turnarounds. Like I like being in the back of drafts. I'm a stickler for that shit. But I also don't mind, you know what I mean, being, top 5 either because he still have the same quick turnarounds just later on.
Oh shit. All right. So he's in murky waters really quick. So this was a starting lineup. Derek Carr, Cam Akers, Gio Bernard, Jerick McKinnon, Odell Beckham, Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce. So he's got no QB. I mean, still has a hell of a lineup. I mean, still got Cam Akers, Gio, Jerick, Odell. I mean, you lost Ertz, but he's got Breida, AJ Dillon, Josh Gordon, Scotty Miller, Brashad Perriman.
Yeah, so he's gonna fill he's not gonna have a spot filled outside of the only spot not filled is his QB spot.
Yep.
And tight end, but he probably.
Well, I mean, but the tight end is optional anyways, and he's got Kelsey though.
Oh yeah, that's right. The tight end is optional. I don't know why I drafted the tight end at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still good if you get. I mean, it's still the tight end premium, so you get the extra half a point.
That's right. That's why I drafted the tight end. Okay.
Everybody, the running backs and the wide receivers get 1 per catch, and tight ends get 1.5 per catch.
I'm just glad I made it through the first round, bro. I was that first day or that first morning. Because you had the Brady like triple stack on me, huh?
Yeah.
Because you had like the Brady, Evans, Keyshawn. It was all eaten.
Didn't matter. And Stu said you better be putting me in the first in the first 2022 Hustler Dynasty League. Oh yeah. It's happening in February. I'm putting 2 together. There, one's going to be for like brand new peeps, and then the other one it's going to be open to everybody who's already in leagues. And then Steezy said, as the 12 seed, I'd play the winner of the 9 and 10, right? Yep. So whoever won out of the 9 and 10.
I don't care who it is. If it's my destiny, it's my destiny. I'm hella mad I didn't join hell of them now. I was like, let me get the 2.
Yeah. It would have been a lot of work for you though.
I mean, more for you because you're basically
which in turn turned work for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what though? We were on the trip though.
Yeah. I had my iPad going. I was good. I was in all those drafts. I was on it.
Hell yeah, it was going down. It don't matter if we're in Disneyland, bro. We in this thing.
Oh yeah. Noble couldn't use the iPad at all. He didn't have it the whole time. It was a work iPad that day.
Right.
And Steezy said JC Money Design and Zoo Crew, I think, are 9 and 10. Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Well, if it's those 2, it was Zoo Crew. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, everything sucks on the website. I'm trying to pull it up to see where the
I do like the simplicity of just highlighting the guys you're gonna play and then just boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's cool. Like I think that's tight.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of things that were cool, but that one's one of them.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's decent. That's like the one thing.
Yep, and that's who it is. JC Money Design and Zoo Crew. And who won out of that one? Man, my team was really good in this league too, and I just had to face Austin, who had Josh Allen and Kendrick Bourne and Dawson Knox.
Hey, you see every touchdown that Kendrick Bourne scored, he knew it was in garbage time. He didn't even not even say like, man, fuck this shit.
And yeah, Zoo Crew, I mean, he whooped on JC Money Design, but he has Lance as a backup, but he's got Mac Jones, Josh Jacobs, Keyshawn Vaughn, T. Higgins, Debo, Demarcus Robinson, Darren Waller. So 1, 2,
so
3. So 3 of his starters are down.
Yeah.
He has Isaiah McKenzie on the bench, Jeff Wilson, Derek Gore, Kyle Juszczyk, and Trey Lance.
So his Derek Gore is probably going to go in there. Because, I mean, we'll find more news tomorrow, but it's like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, there's just, McKinnon's the guy.
Dang it. What happened, Stu? I was looking for old tax shit, and I forgot I had a drawer open, backed up the wheelchair, and ripped off the front of the drawer. Damn. Stu, take it easy, bro. He's out there doing monster truck with his wheelchair. Take it easy. And Stu said, I ain't scared of you, Anthony. And he said, good luck in the playoff leagues, but I ain't scared of you, son. Yeah, so we might have half this league already filled if it's going to be Steezy, Bogard, Stu, and Anthony.
Yeah, and Antonio will probably jump in that joint too.
Yep. And Hess said, I still have my QB, but I'm going to have to play with one running back.
I'm going to holler at Tino, man, because I'm trying to expose Tino to Dynasty, man.
Yeah, this will be a fun one to get in.
I'm pretty sure Steamboat will be down too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've been rocking for about an hour. It's a good time to put wrap a bow on this thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and tell them real quick on the way out?
And you already know, the earth is my turf. Universe, give me money. What's up, son? Oh yeah, and then yeah, definitely have been teasing that we're gonna have more news tomorrow. It's you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it's Wednesday. There you go. That's what
so that's what I mean. There should be some practice reports, but I mean it's the Wednesday practice report for the Saturday games. Short turnaround for these guys. I mean, there's not a lot that's hitting news until Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and really Friday is the biggest day.
Yeah, and of course, in true Niner fashion, even though today is like Green Bay and the Niners Wednesday, they ain't saying shit right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then we also got another episode of Playmakers coming tomorrow, where we're definitely gonna deep dive every single matchup this weekend for all fantasy purposes. Hey, tap in.
Oh yeah, and then JC Money Design, he's got his show starting in about an hour, so make sure you guys tap in on that for some Super Draft Pro basketball stuff. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow and Thursday. We got a new show starting. It's going to be a debate show. It's called The Circle, and we'll see exactly who's going to be on that joint. But I know it's going to be me, Bogard. I believe the Fantasy Tyrant's going to be in here as well. TD, and then I believe JC Money Design is who's going to be here this first week.
We getting on that thing and we arguing.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to be there with the good points. Make sure to put it out there double time for the bad ones.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. And Steezy said, great show, fellas. For real. Appreciate you, bro, for chiming in.
Yo, shout out to Steezy, man. That's bruh. Everybody check out my man Steezy A. Smith on YouTube, man. He got great content. You know what I'm saying? Especially for all our Seattle Seahawks fans out there. You know what I mean? You definitely want to tap in with our man Steezy.
And Tino said, Bogart trying to invite the ringers to the league. Hey, man, we need more ringers. These leagues are going to be competitive as shit. And but most people have never played in a league like this before either. Like the scoring is going to be different. If you've never played in an IDP league, this is a heavy IDP league.
Tino gets down in IDP. That's the only leagues he plays in. So, you know what I mean? That's why I want to bring him in this joint. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And David P said, put me in one of your leagues. I love taking a beating. You'll get good. I mean, the way that you draft in these leagues, it's going to have you so ready for like, you know, whatever home league or work league or any kind of, you know, other league that's not one of these hustler leagues. You're just going to be at a extreme advantage.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah, and Tino said the basketball show on this channel. Hell yeah. Coming back in about an hour. Everyone, if you're not in Super Draft Pro, you need to get in it. All right. Make sure you go use my link or Bogard's link. The link is in the description. I'm throwing my link in the YouTube chat right now for everybody. And yeah, you guys got to go get on this for real. We're just making money every single day.
All we're doing is getting cake on there.
And JC Money and Coach Craig, they're giving us lineups to play for basketball every day.
Cake.
Hell yeah. Let's get it. We'll see you guys later. Come back for JC Money Show, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on FNT. We'll actually bring some news tomorrow. Hopefully there is some. We're out. Peace.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Everything in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.